Hi guys, hope you're well. It's Harry here from Eurocode Training. So I'd like to talk to you about how to pass the IStructE Chartered Membership Exam. So in this video I just want to give you some advice on the best way to go about this. So I'll give you 7 points. My own story is I do not want to admit the amount of times I actually took the exam, but I think I've made a few sort of careless mistakes which I want you guys to avoid, and just some tips there for you guys. So the first one is you have to treat it like it's a university exam. You can't just go in there and expect to pass because you've got so much experience, you're confident, you know how to design buildings and all the calculations, but that's not enough, because the way the exam's structured is like going back to university days. So if you've got several years experience, you're actually out of practice on how to do exams. So that's key. So think about how you passed exams at college and university and go back to that mindset. So for me, I needed 2 or 3 months in advance, book out a revision schedule, practicing past papers, timing, all of that, which I'll come on to. So that's a mindset that you've got to have. Second point, past papers and timing. It's a 7-hour exam, or the whole day, 9:30 to 5 in the afternoon. It's a long day. You have to practice past papers to get your timing right. Third point comes with doing the past papers. You'll realize it's all about timing. You really can't afford to waste any time, because the amount of information that you have to produce is a lot. So by the end of the exam, my wrist was hurting. And that's the other thing, you're out of practice writing. We're in front of our screens on the laptop typing, all of that. So we've actually, it's hard for us to actually sit down and actually write a letter if you think about it. So that's one thing that you'll have to work on, is the speed and practice writing. The fourth point is there will be, once you've chosen the question, there will be some key points in that question that if you do not meet the brief, you will fail. So think about the critical points of the question that you may fail on, and you've got to meet the client's brief. And for those key points and critical items, you need to have the details and calculations. So any members which are critical to your design, you need to think about those elements, the calculations for those elements, and focus on, if do they want a column free space, or you need a retaining wall. Those are key bits. You just can't make any mistakes there. So that's where you need to focus your time and effort. The fifth point I've got here is go over each section as you've done it. So you don't want to get to the end of the exam and realize, once you start going over your work, you've made a mistake. So once you've completed one part of the section or one calculation or written the letter, go over and check it then and there. So that will save you time at the end, that if you've made a mistake, you're gonna have to rub everything out, change this, change that. You're not panicking at the end, and that does happen. It's happened to me. So you need to review your work as you do it. And the final point I've got here is your summary notes are key. So you can take in as much material, and I would personally advise to take in as much material as you want, as many books as you want, because you don't know what the exam will throw up, and you might have a brain fart and forget something, but you've got the material, it's just a bit of reassurance in the back of your mind. And the key bits is your cheat codes, your cheat notes, that you should be able to look at your note and quickly do the calculation. You should just skim at your notes and quickly do what you got to do. And the final point is a good tip that I got from one of my mentors, is if you run out of time, first of all, write down all your assumptions and then say, if I had more time, I would do A, B, C, D, so that's always something. If you realize you made a mistake, just make it clear to the examiner that you're aware of this, or if you had more time, you would do this. So those are my 7 tips, and I hope you found them useful. I want to be able to help you engineers out there I'm a mentor for the ICE and IStructE and just want to pass my knowledge and experience on. So please give a like and subscribe, and if you like this sort of material, I want to generate more content. Leave a comment if you have any questions. And if you go to eurocodetraining.co.uk, you can subscribe to our newsletter where we'll give free sort of training, advice and tips. So yeah, good luck guys, good luck out there. Thank you very much.